Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and welcome for this conversation about the universe. I know this isn't a plant. This is actually, I'm pretty sure, the flower of life, but it's there, and it's going to be awesome. So, I hope everybody understands my disposition. No, I'm just joking. So anyhow, the universe is an ever-expanding, pardon me, it's constantly expanding and expanding and expanding. I don't know that song. I was going to, from the, oh boy, why can't I think of the name of that? You know, the universe is a very vast and wild place. Let's start from the very beginning, from what we understand. There was nothing, and then out of nothing came the Big Bang. It just exploded into existence. A few 100 million years go by, and planetoids start forming, and galaxies start, and more explosions, and more igniting, and more of this. Gas pockets ignite and create suns, and super gas giants, and massive, supermassive stars. And with those stars came the collapse of those stars and created black holes and supermassive black holes, where I believe there is a supermassive black hole in the center of our galaxy, and in the Andromeda galaxy, like 10 light years away, or whatever it is, it's the closest galaxy to ours, has a supermassive black hole at the center of it. So, through time, eventually, these two galaxies will collide and form one massive galaxy until everything is sucked into this black hole, and then even all the black holes come together. And once the black holes come together, it all happens all over again. That's my take on it. That's my theory, almost. But, so, somewhere in the middle of that, we come along. The Earth just comes. It just smashed into bits, and they just smashed and smashed and smashed, and formed the Earth, and started accumulating mass, and started like different asteroids carrying water, and bacteria crashed into the Earth, and it flooded, and there was a bunch of chaos and molten lava, and then the water actually ended up cooling down the lava faster, so then land started to form, and the first bacteria really started to manipulate and created the first life form. That would be, oh boy, my science teacher's going to be pissed. Frick. I'm not actually sure what the first life form was. I know it was aquatic based, but as far as we know, because if there were plants and vegetables, then of course they would be the first life form. And then that's just we don't even know really, because no one was there to document it or even to really describe it. And then there's the other theory, the more religious take on it, that God created the earth, the heavens and the earth, and he made us in his image and placed us on the earth, and bad things started happening. People started taking over other people, and he was just like, this is not what I wanted. So he created two separate beings from himself, and first he made the one got bored and was just like, I need a woman, and so he made the second, and they got, they were going around and this and that, and they were tempted to eat the knowledge apple, and there was the one rule was just don't eat that apple. You can do whatever you want, just don't eat that apple. And they ate that apple, and then they figured out that they were naked, and then they were just like, God comes down, and he's like, where are you guys going? And he's just like, we're hiding because we're naked. And he's like, how do you know you're naked? And he's just like, because I can see my ding-a-ling. And he's just like, you're not supposed to know about that. You ate the apple, didn't you? And he was pissed, so people go off. Meanwhile, Sodom was still a place, so anyhow, yeah, there's that theory, or that belief, I suppose. I don't want to piss anybody off. You believe what you're gonna believe. I'm different. Everybody's different. That's the one thing that we got to get a grip on, is that everybody's got their own You know, it's not a hive mind. You might agree on things, but you and me are completely different from the next and the next and the next. We all are unique in the sense of our health, in the sense of our way of thinking. Again, we might agree on stuff, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're supposed to be like besties just because we agree like that, you know, because you could agree with me on policy or something political and be a completely different person outside of that world. Say you're a scumbag, you know, you friggin' scumbag, you know, over here. He I'm speaking about somebody specifically. They, so um so yeah. Let's see if I can prop this up a little higher because I kind of want to know oh, it does work. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it literally just went back to the same exact spot. Maybe I can prop it up on this. And then we'll get more into the universe and my fascination with everything. So when the universe began, the first little quarks spread out. Quarks make up, they're like little bits that make up atoms. And then atoms make up us. And I'm sure I'm missing a few steps and people will probably criticize me for it, but that's okay. You know, I love the hate and I love love. Of course, you gotta take it all as it comes, you know. If you start getting upset about stuff, that's when you really kind of lose yourself in the music in the moment. Yeah. Pardon me. Yeah, so anyhow, we started, man, just everything that I've learned, it's hard to describe my view of like everything because if you really break it down, like we have an entire universe in one hair follicle on your face because it's so small that there are little tiny mites that live together and they're a part of a different universe than us, but they're all part of the same collective universe. We all just live so differently. Everybody's got their own specific jobs to do. Now, that's actually where we come into a lot of problems as of lately. We've got an abundance of jobs, but do people want to work those jobs? And then on top of that, you got different skill sets, you know, like say for instance, I adapt quickly to different projects that I'm working on. Right now I'm building a drone. I'll actually give you a little show of that. Give me 1 second to kind of clear the area so it doesn't look so bad. Because I mean, it's not like it's a terrible thing or any kind of thing. I don't even know if I'm doing it correctly because there's limited evidence or limited things on here, but this is what I'm working on. It's a little droney drone. I'm building it myself. I bought all the pieces and all the kit stuff. I've got a bunch of other programs to run. I didn't really have programs to run, bro. I'm just slacking. I just have to solder up all the lines together. Anywho, the universe is an ever-expanding, beautiful place where anything can happen at any given point in time for any reason at all. For instance, I'm sitting here on video. An asteroid could come in through the window, pierce my head, and you guys would see that. And that's just a random chance event that could potentially happen, but because it doesn't happen every single day, it would be frightening to hear like what, you know, you hear a knock on your window or you hear a ding on your house and you're just like, what was that? It could have been an asteroid and you don't know. It just turns out to be a little stone in your backyard. You don't even think, kicks out the lawnmower and then it goes into the neighbor's yard. Now you don't even worry about it anymore. But that could have been a potential lethal thing that came from space. And it could have come from very deep space or it could have just come from space in general. Most stuff burns up in the atmosphere. So typically, if it weren't to burn up in the atmosphere, it would have to be relatively large. Just because of the friction base. It doesn't have a teetering system. It'll just bore right through. All that friction causing fires. It's causing fires. So anyhow, yeah, man, the universe is insane, ladies and gentlemen, and other. There's a lot of things that are upsetting me today. not upsetting me. I'm generally a happy person, so I wouldn't even say that. I get piffed, I guess. I wouldn't even say as like mad or, like angry. I just get like piffed, which to me is like you're like just before mad, and then there's pissed. So there's like piffed, mad, pissed. When you're pissed off, you really want to just go F some shit up, and shirt. I'll say that. F some shirt up. If you, there's that. And then if you want to, no, if you, I don't know what I was getting at, because I corrected myself on my cuss word. I'm not typically a cusser, This is my second channel. I have another channel. It's called Hawkeye Photography. You guys, I currently sell coffee. I'm a self-owned business. Not myself. I opened a business. It's called Grounded Beans Coffee Company. And if you guys wanted to purchase some coffee, ladies and gentlemen, would like to purchase some coffee, come on in. It's Grounded Beans is my website, groundedbeans.org, and you can check out all the cool things we've got there, like such as coffee and a little bit of snacks and some bottled tea and water. Everything's got a price, but I mean, hey, might work out some deals. I got a 20% off thing going on right now. If you type in on the website, if you type in GB20 off, then you will get 20% off of your order. I should apply that to pounds only. But I feel like if you get 20% off of $6, you already, whatever. Discount's a discount. So, only people watching this too will see that, and then those that watch it later. But yeah, man. So the universe. Okay, let's get back on topic. Quarks. Let's start there. Quarks are the littlest things known to man, at least so far. We only know about quarks recently, and they make up atoms, which are not, atoms make up everything else, If you can't have anything, you can't have wire snippers without atoms being fabriced together. And that would be contributed, the fabric of the universe is the Higgs field, or, I actually forget the other name, but it's known as the Higgs field, and that's the tether, or the fabric that holds everything together, holds everyone and everything together in a net. And in this net, all of our molecules can arrange to these specifics, to these specific codes that we have in our bodies and in ourselves. Like, really wild. Really, really wild. Friggin', it's just fire, man. Fire. This. A fuel burning. A fuel ignites due to a tiny little spark. That's just a chain reaction from chemicals. One chemical interacts with another chemical. Well, flint, I suppose, is a quickly burning chemical. So with enough friction, it'll set up, which is a chemical reaction in itself. Or is it a chemical? It wouldn't be chemical, because I'm a mixture of chemicals. But I'm a metaphysical being. I can control this puppet. And you can see everything that's going on inside here. I don't think people will believe that I'm an alien, but I believe that I'm an alien, because though I was born here, I feel so different from everyone else. Like, I'm sure I can agree and disagree and do everything that the humans do, but it's just so interesting to think that we're constantly at each other's arms. Why not be peaceful? Why not just hug each other? Just be like, listen, I don't want a problem with you. We might disagree on policy. We might even disagree politically. Well, I guess that would be policy, wouldn't it? We might disagree politically. We might disagree about music. We might disagree about, whether or not pot is good or bad. We might disagree on the shape of my toenails. But we might even agree on a lot of stuff. And that's the thing, is like, when you're trying to find somebody to be your friend or your SO, like, you don't really want to go for someone who's specifically driven, because then if they're too much like you, then it might be off-putting. And if they're not anything like you, or close to even, if you constantly bicker or constantly disagree, just get out. It's not good. to sit and, I mean, I understand love is a beautiful thing and you should never take it for granted. But at the same time, if you truly love the person, then yes, do what you gotta do. But if you know, part of love is learning that even like as even if you love them to bits, if they aren't, or something's happening, if you're constantly fighting, then just get out, let them go, and if they come back to you, it was meant to be. And if not, find a new tree. Aren't we all just big trees? You think about our neural pathways, our nervous system, our skeletal system. It all starts with nothing. It all starts from nothing. It starts from one singular data pack blasting into a receiving unit, and then it just starts budding and budding and budding, and then it reaches a certain point where it all converges and becomes this life form that inevitably will become a human. But it's insane to think of, like, from the beginning to me. I used to be a tiny little swimmer, and then I one day just happened to be the one to go, and I was the one who made it, and here I am today, 27 years later, in a few months. And it's insane to think about. It really, truly is massive. Pardon me for yawning. It's just something that we humans do. Did I call you guys the right? Did I call it right? You guys are, it's one thing a human does. Get tired. You guys get tired all the time. No, I know I'm not. Well, actually, I probably am, but I don't know. You gotta be careful the way you say it these days, because they might want to deport you. You know, those super right wing guys, that the extremists. Because you got extremists in every religion, every sect, every political power, everything. You've always got specific people that disagree with each other, and you've always, not only do you have disagreements, but you've got just people that won't listen to other people's ideas. They hear what they want to hear, and they only accept what they want to hear. And anytime that you have a better point, they either retreat to belittling you, or they end up just I don't, you know, like, it's just, it's, this world is wild now. This country specifically. Let's reunite, okay? Let's try and get your brother's fucking hand and just hold it for a second. Get your neighbor. Go outside. Breathe the fucking air. Sorry for swearing. I really am. I apologize for that. I don't mean to offend anybody, but you know, you really gotta you gotta just, how can you just be okay with hating everything? How can you say I love, but really you hate so much? And then you claim to love, but then you just hate so much. Why? Why do you hate so much? Why do you make this so difficult? Why can't we just have a civil discussion about something without just, why can't we just get along? Why do we always have to be at each other's throats? Oh no. Are we back? Okay, good. My phone is nearly dying, so I must fix that. Pardon me for a moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. It took me a second to go and assess that situation, but I'm just back. Okay, I don't remember what I was talking about. Why you just can't? Why does everybody have to have a problem with everything? Why can't we just not only just get along, but why can't we just have a civil discussion about things? Why does it always have to be you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right, when you are totally okay with being wrong? There's nothing wrong with being wrong. I accept when I'm wrong. Sometimes I say things that I don't mean, and I immediately hear myself and I'm like, I didn't mean that. Excuse me. I didn't mean that at all. So why on earth would anybody be geez, yeah, geez, man. Why would you? I guess I don't understand. Like, hate. How could you to your core hate something? Anybody, anything. Like, I don't like things. I don't like certain people, but I don't hate them. Sometimes I question morals because there's a lot of that going on. This no morals clan where you're just doing whatever you want, and it's a Satanist movement. Now, I'm not saying anything about Satanists. You're totally free to preach your religion. Anybody is free to preach whatever they want to. Just not to me, because I don't like that. No, just got you. Do what you want to do, man. This is a free country. If you're going to do something that's against the law, eventually they're going to find you. And, I mean, what are you going to do? If it happens, it happens. It's just one of those things. Like, you can't control everything, and that's the one thing people have problems with, is they want ultimate control, and it's just one H of a doozy, and I can say heck, right? Oy, oy, oy. It's a crazy world, crazy effed up world we live in, where there are people that just want to kill you for being you, and there are people that want to love everything. And I'm one of those people that love everything, pretty much. Anything that comes my way, I try to be as optimistic as possible about it. I try not to focus on the negative, and I try not to be manipulative or to try and get my way, because if I'm wrong or I'm wrong about something, I don't want to just throw it away. I don't want to just be so stubborn to the point where I have to believe that I'm right, even though I know to my core that I'm wrong, but I still believe I'm right. That's wrong. I mean, you can disagree with me all you want about that feeling, but that is wrong to feel so. What is that? Narcissism? When I'm right, I'm right, I'm right. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. No matter what the topic, I'm a heterosexual male. Nothing big there, but if I'm having trouble thinking of this example I'm giving here. That's, what were we talking about now? Wow. I just lost that train just left the station. So, okay, let's see here. I guess we could just talk about the universe again. That sounds good to me. I think I might actually start recording and editing videos so that way they look better, and I can throw some music behind it that I jam on the guitar. Hey, actually, you guys want to hear some guitar? We could do that too. I didn't tag anything about that, but we could always do that.
And that's a little number that I know. These decoys, that's what really gets me. You like the Beatles? Alright, so that's that. That's what I do. I like to just jam. I don't really like to play anything specific. would you tell it to feel from the cold steel rain? Fall from the dark. Do you think you can tell? Oh no. Oh no, I lost it. I'm sorry, I lost you guys. Oh, what am I going to do? I guess that's enough for now. You know, maybe I'll make a video of just me playing songs, you know what I'm saying, though. But that's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing, okay? I'm talking to the wrong side of the fucking phone right now. What do you think I'm doing here? You know? Hey. Oh no, I interrupted. So, now I feel much more empowered that I play the guitar for you peoples. But if you enjoyed that little performance, you can see me on the YouTube later on. Now, what were we talking about? You know, I didn't even put a hashtag of guitar in there. I think I'm going. You know, because I'm a self-taught guitarist. You can tell by the way I play. It's terrible. But yeah. So, oh, dude, I am just one heck of a funny guy. If you really got to know me, you would understand. Oh yeah. This is a vape. Right now, actually, I do not. Oh, I have it over there. Let me get it. It is this. This is not an endorsement. It is just the vape juice that I am vaping. It's a Seattle caramel cappuccino. I don't know why I lost it. And to be real, I should have just left it. But what are you going to do? So anyhow, yes indeed, yes. How are you people doing? You people doing good? Well, that's good to hear. Since I didn't give you a chance to answer, let's talk about some more universe. What do you guys want to learn about, Want to learn about the universe? Well, there's deep space. Oh, let's talk about space and my fascination with space, or at least my it's not like I'm not fascinated with space anymore. You see, I like to switch things up in my head, because if I specifically talk about one thing, then I'm gonna drive myself insane. So I just have to keep on going. That's why I was diagnosed with ADHD at an early age. And ever since that time, I have kind of discovered myself. Because at first, they put me on medication to try and shorten the symptoms. And it didn't agree with my stomach back then. So I just said, no, I'd rather not take these. And they were all, okay, well, let's just stop taking them then. And so I continued to be a crazy, rambunctious little kid, and but I really got to learn myself and how to control it, and how to really channel those energies, how to, instead of just sitting around playing video games and droning out for a while, because they're like, why can he only focus on that, but he can't focus on his homework? Well, you see, when I was younger, I didn't really take education seriously. I didn't understand what it was all about. I didn't like being in a classroom full of kids like every day. Yeah, I like my friends. Of course I like my friends. The people that I call friends, I hold dear. But I do not, for the life of me, understand why we still are in this type of system where we go to a class full of 30 to 50 kids, and you are sat in front of a teacher, and the teacher is just talking and talking. And that's how you got to learn. See, I'm a hands-on learner. I like to really dive in deep and get myself going there. Because when I start to jazzercise my hands and really start to build on the things that I'm really building, then, like for instance, the drone I showed y'all earlier, I actually don't know if I showed you, if I showed my other people's, because I got two channels. One's Hot Guy Photography, and this one is my name, Travis H. That's my last name is H. It's actually spelled H-A-H-E. So you can say H, but it's really just H. I just realized I spelled hey. But anyhow, so yeah. We we are for sure in a different perspectives of the world. Yes, you see. You like my mutton chops? Yes. They are short because my hair, this hair, does not grow like it used to. No, I'm just kidding. I'm still young. I'm 27 years old, and I like to shave every occasion. I don't like to shave every day because I'm just not into that. It hurts my face. Oh, so anyways, about my ADHD, yes. So I figured out how to channel my emotions, not my emotions, but my energy. I got real deep into meditation, and it really opened my eyes to what you can accomplish with your own mind. You can get over anything you want. Just so long as you can believe that you are capable of doing it, you can do anything. You can do anything you want with your mind. I mean, you can't do the kooky stuff like flying or whatever, but I mean, or you might be able to. I mean, over time, if you can really harness that power and really try and channel that, it's possible. I mean, not likely, but or I'll deem it to probable at least. Now, maybe because that implies that it's likely to happen. It's possible. It's a possibility. I wouldn't say it was impossible, but it's definitely going to take you a lot of time to master that skill. I mean, we've come pretty darn close now. I mean, you got borderline. You got jetpacks actually, water-powered jetpacks. You got gas-powered jetpacks. You got air-powered jetpacks. Elon Musk is talking about putting an air booster in his car, so that way when you're going fast, you can go that much faster just by a burst of air. Because I mean, in all reality, do we understand air? Air is a physical substance that we need to breathe, but at the same time, it could be possibly living itself, and that's why it moves all crazy. Or actually, the fact that we're spinning at like 1,000 miles an hour, causing weather storms and whatnot. Yeah, something like that. Anyhow, as I said, I got ADHD. Did I mention that? I typically digress a lot, and that's actually one of the reasons why I like to sit down and I like to try and figure out what I can do. Like right now, I own my own coffee company. I think I might have mentioned that before, but it's groundedbeans.org. www.groundedbeans.org. You can find gourmet coffee beans on my website. And another fun fact, I took all of those pictures. Because on my Hawkeye photography page, I got a couple of drone videos. I actually haven't finished many of the drone footage that I've taken. I haven't stitched it or edited it or anything like that. So, I think that's the next project test to update on that. So, anyways, this has been one heck of a video. I think I might actually go to 50 minutes or an hour on this one. Oh, I'm almost at. Oh, no, I'm at 41. Yes. Yes, indeed, sir. Yes, indeed. Enjoy the content. It's good. It might be good. It all depends on what you like. I don't know why, to be honest, that I continue to go to a southern accent. It's just one of the likely things that's going to happen. I mean, at least I've been able to, as soon as I can hear it, as long as I can hear it, I can mimic it. Not necessarily every voice. It really depends on who I'm trying to be. But I can do selective accents and whatnot. You know, there's a video of me somewhere in the world. Somewhere in the world there's a video of me, and there's a video of me somewhere doing accents, specifically accents. They recorded me, and actually it was a really good video. That was back when I was doing it solely, and that's what I wanted my career to be. And then I didn't know how to jump into it because I live in Wheatfield, New York, so I actually Googled it, but it gave me a bunch of things that are like 1,500 miles away. And sure, I could go out there and try, or even actually just send a videotape, but actually that would probably be a good idea there.
Probably be a good idea to throw a video out there. Why don't I think of that? I got this platform right here. I could just record it on there and then just be like, hey, check that video out. Yeah, I know I posted it on there. Hang on 1 second. On both. I gotta get me a camera. Hold on. Go in. Are we back? Alright, we're back. Sorry about that delay. I just had to text my girlfriend. Oh, to text me girlfriend. She was just speaking about something. She was saying that I posted it to the wrong chat, but I realised that I did put it on there. And you know what, I think I'm just going to keep it. You can watch whatever you want. One channel I'm going to do specifically talking, and that's this one. This is my vlog channel. And then the other channel is for like random things. I'm probably going to do some vlogging on there. I'm probably going to do some video. Obviously, I've got my drone footage on there already. So there's that. Hello, my lovely lady. How are you doing? That's wonderful to see you. Oh, you should see actually in my other video, I was playing around with these filters. Let's see here. Oh, they got different ones over here. Look, I got pumpkins. Look at the pumpkins. Aren't they cool? And then actually in the other one too, for this one, I believe it was this. Was it noir? No, it was documentary. Documentary. I was doing a bit. I was doing a bit where I was like, oh, hello. I was doing a bit where I was sitting. Okay, I'll just do it. Oh no, I gotta remember. I gotta come up with another bit now. Because I'm in documentary mode, so like I'm, you know, like one side I'm asking the questions, taking the questions. So thank you for joining the show. Are you sure you want to have your voice masked?
Yeah, I personally, I think it's for the best, just to protect my name and, my face and everything.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, what was your initial reaction when you found out that your sister wanted to be a horse?
Oh, well, it actually took me by surprise. Initially, I was thinking, what, that's impossible, and you can't do that, and now of all times, on my grandmother's birthday, I just, I just can't believe that you would bring this up now. This is something, it's a crazy,
And yes, I understand. What was your initial reaction? How did you feel? How did that make you feel?
Well, to be honest, I was shocked at first and a little confused, really, because how does one man want to become a horse? I mean, a woman, I'm sorry, she's obviously my sister. Why would anybody want to change who they are and whatnot? And so I suppose I would say that I was shocked, and yes.
Yes, I understand. Quite. So, how has your acting career been ever since you found out that information?
Well, it's actually not going so well anymore because I made some harsh comments, and the backlash from that has really taken me down, and that's why I would like to share something.
I don't know. Can't think of what else to go on. But yeah, so that's pretty much been it. I've been just messing with filters and whatnot. Let's see. Ooh, put me on the silver screen. Oh, how I want to remove the moon. It's too bright on this a starry night. I was just playing around. Ooh, dance party. Yeah, let's have a dance party. Yes, we go pooping at these parties. It's a dance poopy party.
Who poops at parties?
Oh, yes.
And then let's see. Ooh,
This is but a dream. Don't be scared. I'll be there in your dreams. And then you've got the little thing, you know. Welcome. Welcome to my fascinating story. I need to be moving like 10 times faster before this. I mean, for this to be something else, I don't know. Well, let's see here. Oh, the dawn before the dusk. It's warm in here. I like it. Makes me feel comfortable. Ooh, sepia. Should I pose? I should grab something to pose with, so that way it's like kind of like an ad, but it's not an ad. Silver screen. Oh, I already did that. I already did silver screen. Oops. I'm hunting. Ooh. Oh, what sketch? This wasn't on here last time. I am a sketch of myself.